What's going on, y'all? We're about to get started in a second. I'm going to send this link out, then we're going to go ahead and get started. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, what's going on, y'all? A little bit late start, but I do like how covered these trades are looking, so we might be jumping into some things soon. GP New Zealand did just do a nice retest. This is not the first candlestick it's been underneath this level of price, and this isn't, we caught this sell many times before in the past, so we could possibly see it continue to drop down and catch some pips. So we might jump in on this in a second. There's a few pairs I was looking at, kind of like how this is looking. I was also looking at GBPAUD for a possible buy setup. I want to wait to see how it reacts to this wall right here, though. And if it could break that wall, then we will enter a buy off this. So we're probably going to wait for the next 15-minute candlestick for this one. But I do like how GBP New Zealand is looking. But London session did just start, so I'm going to wait to see what's going to do. It is looking like it's trying to retest, so I'm going to let it do that. But if it's showing signs it's trying to break this level, then we might enter to try to catch some pips. And we're going to go over the indices in a little bit as well. Before we get started, though, let me go ahead and post a disclaimer. So just give me 1 second. I don't know what day was this. Monday. Yeah, so I kind of like how that's looking right there. London session did just start, though. A new 5-minute did just start as well. But it is looking like it's trying to push. And it already retested the daily and it's retested this wall multiple times. So yeah, we might jump in this in a second. Now, there was a couple other pairs that I was looking at. I was looking at GPAUD as well. And I'm waiting to see what the JPY pairs are trying to do. Now, we've been catching sells. We've been catching buys on it as well. I think we caught some buys either on Monday or last week. What was it? We caught a buy Monday. I call this live, but this was a members only trade, but we caught this on Monday. We didn't enter this. This was a trade setup idea. And it hit this level, hit the daily, broke above it a little bit, then rejected down, retest, rejected down, and it retested again. And it is retracing. So I'm just going to let it retest, because if I'm looking for a sell, I'm going to let it retest, retrace as much as it wants. But I also want to see how it reacts to that level again, because looking at the daily time frame, you can see now we're not really in a clear trend, but we can see after we did this dump, we were catching these sells, hit this level of price, and it's been pushing back up. You can see yesterday, nice rejection wick when it hit the top of the daily zone and closed underneath it. And you can see right now that is tested the daily zone and it's dropping again, but it is retracing right now. So we're going to see if it's going to respect that level or break through this wall that the past couple days has built. All right, we can see that right here. If I highlight this, you can see there's a clear wall right here that's been built. And you can see over here how prices react to this wall as well. And if we keep looking, we can see how prices reacted to this wall multiple times. So right now it's on that wall. So we're going to see if it's going to try to reject it or it's going to try to break through it. So we're just going to let that do its thing for now. I was looking at some other JPY pairs. They're looking pretty bullish as well. Like I was looking at, what was it? New Zealand JPY. Whoops. I was looking at New Zealand JPY. Zealand JPY did a huge push up. So this is what I'm going to see how it's going to react to that daily zone, and then also see FJPY is pushing up as well. It's actually above the daily zone, so this is looking like a pretty decent buy setup. To be honest, it did a nice push up after it hit this daily level. It's pushing up. It has a huge level of traffic, and it did hit a wall and it's rejecting a little bit. So I want to see if it's going to retest a little bit, but we could look for possibly buys. Now, if you're in the free Telegram yesterday, we did call this free play out. We caught about, I forgot how many pips we caught. We caught a decent amount of pips. Let me pull it up. Let me see. Let me see. All right, so yesterday we only took 2 trades, but we caught 86 pips on AJ. You can see after hit all the TPs, hit the middle of the zone, retrace back up. So it did retest the daily, and it's looking like it's dropping back down, but it's still on this wall here, so we're not going to jump on it yet. So yeah, we're basically just standard like any other day. Going to be probably waiting for the next couple, 15-minute candlesticks after London session started before we jump into anything. But I do like how GN is looking. As you can see, it's retracing, retesting. So like I said before, we're just going to be chilling for a little bit, like usual. I'm just waiting for price to show us what it's trying to do. Now let's go to GA real quick. All right, so GBPJPY is doing a nice push up. It's already really broken past this wall. So yeah, we're going to wait for this candlestick to close, but it is looking good for a possible buy setup right here. And the reason why we're looking for a buy is because if we go on the daily time frame, very similar to the other pairs, hit this daily level, pushed up, broke through this level the past couple of days, did a nice retest, and you can see the rejection went pushing up. So we're going to see if we can break this level, this first wall here, and if we can break this wall right here, then we can possibly attempt to break this level of traffic that we see on the daily level. And it is showing signs it is trying to continue to push up. So we're just going to wait for this candlestick to close and see what it can do, because we're also on a nice little wall right here. We can kind of see it on the 4-hour time frame, but we do see price is trying to push. So I want to see if this 15-minute candlestick can close above this wall here. You can see the wall a little bit more clearly on the hour time frame. You can see this orange line here, how price is reacting, all these different candlesticks either closing underneath it or above it. Not a coincidence. We even see that right here. You see the previous hour rejected and came back to the daily level, and now we see price is currently pushing above it. It's fine to push above it, but we want to see if it can close and stay above it. And it's doing a pretty good job right now. So yeah, we're just going to wait. We got about a new 5-minute did just start. So we're going to wait till the 15-minute candlestick after this. And if it closes above it, then we might go for a buy setup on this. Pretty tight stop loss. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for there. GN is still respecting this level, so we could possibly see another sell. It shot up on, what was this, on Monday. Hit a few TPs and exploded up, retested this 4-hour level. Then as you can see, dropped. So the move already started a little bit. So we'll see if continuing into London and New York, if we can just, catch a similar move that we attempted to on Monday, see if we can finish it. Because again, all last month, we've just been catching sales in this box right here. This is the first time it's broke underneath it in over a month. And if we look, it hasn't really been this low, yes, since last month, the beginning of last month, when it touched it. But even looking further, the other most recent time was September, so months ago. So we're going to see if it can finish the move or at least hit the 4-hour level today again. So that's what we're going to be looking for GN. Also, the other New Zealand pairs did drop, which is also why I'm looking to see if this can do it as well. But of course, I'm still going to wait for the confirmations. Like Euro New Zealand, look a nice dump down, 80 New Zealand. This Ben started doing the move like a day ago, 2 days ago, but this is dropping as well. This would have asked me to get on, but it started before the times I usually enter. So let me see these other pairs. And this one, we called this one on Monday, and it's literally just been chilling. It's just been chilling in the middle of the zone. So that's why we haven't been messing with that. Looking at USD CHF. I'm going to keep an eye on this. It hit that wall, as you can see, then rejected and shot all the way back up above the daily level. We were catching some nice sells on it, but after it hit this level here, It rejected it 2 days in a row, closed above the daily level, and then pushed up. So we might be looking for potentially, because we see price closed above it yesterday to close above the daily zone. And we just saw that rejection after it broke underneath the daily zone. So we could possibly look for buys. Probably will be trying to come up to fill this up right here. Wouldn't be surprised. So we're just going to wait and see how this 15-minute closes, because that was a huge rejection pushing it up. So we're just going to watch and see what price is trying to do, because there's a strong wall right here. And you can see as soon as price touched this orange line, it rejected underneath it. So we're going to see if it can close underneath it. So yeah, we're just going to be patiently waiting for that. Let's go back to CHFJPY. So CHFJPY is pushing up. Let me see what these other pairs. So these are pushing up as well. So yeah, we could potentially be looking for some buys on the JPY pairs. Let's see what EJ is up to. Wait, that's not EJ. There we go. There we go. Yeah, Euro JPY is pushing up as well. Let me see NZ. NZ's about to hit that daily zone. Let's see, AJ's pushing up as well. Yeah, this thing's trying to push up. Yes, we might be looking for some buys for the JPY pairs today. We're going to be keeping an eye on the JPY pairs, the New Zealand pairs, GA, and we're going to go over gold and the indices in a second too. We're not going to enter them because they're not really in a good position for entry, but we are going to go over them. Yeah, this thing's pushing up. Yeah, I like how this is looking. I already did a retest. I was wanting to see if we would retest some more, but kind of already did a decent one, so we could have entered on that. But I might jump in on this. I'm going to see what the next candlestick looks like. Now, this will be a late entry, so do keep that in mind. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be pumping for a little bit. Yes, we want to see how GJ reacts to that level. We got a minute before the new 15. We can see a touch that wall. And you can see how it's come to a halt and is rejecting it. Let's go to GA. GA just broke that level. Yeah, so we might be entering some stuff soon. Give me 1 second. Yeah, the reason I'm quiet is because I'm trying to type some of these trade ideas up. So just give me 1 second. Yeah, but I like how GA is looking, so we might enter that in a second. Our new 15-digit start. Yeah, I kind of like how I just did that big push up. So I might try to retrace and retest. But yeah, I like how this is looking. So I'm gonna enter this one. I'm gonna enter this one. So I'm about to post the whoops, let me put my entry. So it's about 100 pip stop loss. I'm about to put the TPs in a second. I just want to look and see what these other pairs are up to real quick. Yeah, GJ. Yeah, these things are about to continue to pump up. Let me see what CHF's up to. So it closed underneath that level. Yeah, so we're just going to patiently wait. We got a nice wall here. We got a nice wall here. So we're just going to see which side of the daily zone it wants to respect / reject. NJ just hit the daily zone after a huge explosion. That would have been a nice entry as well. But again, this went on during the time I don't trade, or enter trades, I should say. But you can see it is trying to pump. So yeah, we might be entering the JPY pairs. The JPY pairs look like they're trying to push. So we're only in one trade right now. I posted it in the free Telegram first link in the description. So make sure to click that first link and join the Telegram so you're notified. Not all the trades, but I do post a few free trades in there. Of course, if you don't see what I see, you don't have to enter. But yeah, it looks like G8 is doing a little retracement, which is normal and to be expected. But I do think with volume, it can continue to push up because it is looking pretty bullish at the time being. It does have some levels of traffic that might struggle to break, but doesn't mean it's impossible. So we're just going to let that do its thing for now. Now, let me just make sure I'm not. So EN is pushing down. Something like that. Yeah, Euro CHF kind of looking like USD CHF right there. The GJ looks like it's trying to push up. GN just did a huge rejection down. I kind of like that. I just did a huge rejection. I want to wait for the next 5 minutes, but we might enter this as well. Yeah, I like that. It just retested daily and immediately rejected. Yeah, I like that. Let's take a look at GA. Yep, it's retesting that level. No surprise there. GJ just broke this wall. Yes, we might look for a buy. There's a slight wall here, but even if it comes up to that, that's like 40, 30 pips minimum we could catch. Even if it goes to the first level of traffic. There's about 20, 30 pips minimum. 2050, I should say. But the way price is moving, there's a high chance it could do so. It's not too crazy of a stop loss. This one's going to be from where it's currently at. What is that? 167.12. The stop loss, we can put like 166.40. So about 75 pip stop loss for that one. Not going to enter that yet though, but I do like how it's moving. This is a good sign, yeah. So new 5 minute did just start. Yeah, so I'm gonna let this do its thing for now. There's a few other pairs I was looking at. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. USD CHF, Euro CHF. Euro CHF's chilling. It did do a nice drop though. Looking at the daily time frame. Again, not really a clear trend. These are like one of the pairs that's like kind of ranging. Like, look here, did a nice push up, rejected down, came back above this level, hit a level of traffic, hit this wall. As we can see here, now it's retesting this level. So we're waiting to see if it's going to push back up, which it looks like it is trying to, or if it's going to drop back down. But it looks like it is attempting to push back up. So we're just going to patiently wait and do its thing. USD CHF is looking like the same thing. So we might be jumping into a couple more trades. The next 15-minute candlestick is looking like. We're going to see if it can break this level. And then go from there. Stop loss. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. I could put it like right underneath here. Yeah, I just might put it right underneath there. It's not too crazy of a stop loss. Yeah, so it did just break above that level. But also keep in mind that the other JPY pairs are hitting daily zones as well. So do keep that in mind. New Zealand JPY is hitting a daily zone as well. But all the JPY pairs are pushing up right now. So we could be jumping into some buys on these the next either the next 15, depending on how this candlestick ends. Yeah, GN rejecting that level. The candlestick's not over yet. We got a couple minutes to a new 5. Yeah, so we're gonna let that do its thing for now. Let's see. JPY. All right, so while those are doing this thing, well, first let me type the TPs up for GA before we go over gold and all that. So let me go ahead and type the TPs up real quick. Before I get distracted. All right, so let me mark off some of these walls. So enter that 55. All right, give me 1 second. Yeah, we can cut some pips. It continues to push up. Into 10. Into so I put the TPs. Again, not every TP is guaranteed to get hit. But those are the TPs I can see it getting hit if it continues to push up. So those are the ones I put down. So let's see what GJ is up to. New 5-minute did just start. GJ is still above that level. So we're going to see if it can close above that level. GN did reject. Looks like it's trying to attempt. Let's see what the other New Zealand pairs are up to. Yeah, that did a nice rejection too. So we might be seeing a retest on some of those. So yeah, we're just going to patiently wait and just watch that. USD still attempting to break above that level. So we're just going to wait and let it do its thing. JPY is retesting, which makes sense because, again, a lot of these have just broken the daily zone. So they got to, do their thing. So we're just going to let it do its thing for now. We got about 4 minutes to the next 15. So we're going to see how this candlestick closes and what the next 15 is trying to do. But right now, it looks like it's about to try to retest the daily level since it did just break through that. GA is reattempting to push up again, which is good. So y'all should be right at entry or flickering blue right now. So we're going to see if it can do its thing. Looking at other JPY pairs, we see similar reactions. Let's go to EuroCHF. EuroCHF did just break above this level though, which is interesting. Nice rejection wick on the 4-hour. So we're going to see if it can close above there. And if it closes above there, we do have this wall right here that is a little bit of concern. But if we can break that wall, we can potentially catch a good amount of pips. like 30, 40 pips minimum. Yeah, so we're going to see how this candlestick closes, because that's a beautiful retest and rejection up. We just got that wall right there that we got to see if we can break. Probably put it right there, right underneath this wall right here. USDCHF still attempting. All right. Let me see what this is doing out of curiosity. So that looks like it's trying to dump back down. AJ, again, a lot of the JPY pairs hit the daily zone, so it's natural for it to react that way. So we're just going to let those do its thing for now. GA. GA is definitely trying. So let me go ahead and mark off the first TP. So we'll see it visually. All right, back. So we're going to see if we can hit that. It looks like we tapped it, but I think we missed it by like a pip. I'm not even going to lie. Let me pull up on my broker just to double check, but I think we missed it by like a pip. So let's take a look here. Yeah, it's really tempting, so we're going to see if we can break it. Yeah, so y'all should be right at entry or flickering blue right now. That don't look like. Don't look like it, but we literally just missed it by a pip again, I think. Yeah, so I wanted to see if we could hit it before the new 15, but that still is a good sign. So we might hit it and break it this coming up 15-minute candlestick. Yeah, so we're just going to let that do its thing for now. GJ did close above here. Kind of want to see a retest before we enter, but we're going to see what the next candlestick looks like, because it looks like it's trying to push up. Then we might jump in and just deal with the potential retest later. GN is still underneath that level. Let me see what USDCHF. New 15 did just start. Yeah, so we're just still gonna let those do its thing. We're gonna let those make up its mind still. All right, so it looks like it's probably gonna try to break it this candlestick. We'll see though. We do have a wall here, which is why it's struggling to break that level. So we're just gonna let that do its thing for now. Yeah, GN is trying to push up. So it closed right on top of that line. So yeah, it's looking like it's doing a retest. Yeah, so we're just gonna let that do its thing. We're only in one trade right now. Let me zoom in on this. It looks like it's respecting it, but we're still gonna wait. We're gonna still wait. The candlestick did just start. EuroCHF just did a rejection off of that level. Yes, we might enter this as well. I kind of like how I just did that. So 98.20 will be the stop loss. So this one's not even a big stop loss. This one's a pretty tight stop loss. 1 second. So I'm gonna get this ready, but I still want to wait at least for the first 5 minutes of the candle. But that was a nice little sign that it is attempting, or at least attempted, I should say, to try to break that wall. But I'm still gonna wait. So this is on that daily level still. Whoops. Let me not do that. There we go. All right, so we just hit TP1 on GA though. Make sure to hit that like button, you know. All right, so things are starting to get started for us. Things are starting to move. We might be jumping into some things this candlestick or the next candlestick. Again, I just like to wait for multiple confirmations before I put my money into the markets. Personally, it's all about patience. So we see GJ is trying to reject and push back up, which is a good sign. So let me see what these other pairs are doing. Okay, USD CHF is looking like it's reattempting. Let's see if Euro CHF is doing a similar move. It is. Yeah, so we might be yeah, so I like how these are doing their thing. So I'm about to type these up. So I like how these are doing their thing. It's definitely attempting. So we got about 2 minutes till the next 15. Well, about 1.5. I might just still type this up, so I don't gotta do it later. So this one's literally like a 30 pip stop loss, which ain't bad at all. But I like how it is looking. GN, we're just gonna let that do its thing for now. This thing's still floating at TP1, attempting to continue to push up, which is a good sign. I like how this is looking as well, so I'm about to write this up as well. Again, I'm only in one trade right now, but I still like to have my stuff visually marked up so I know what I'm looking for and looking at. Boom, boom, boom. So this one, 93.80. So this one, 94.20. This one's about a 40 pip stop loss. So these CHF pairs are very small stop losses. So this is good for any account size. Yeah, but I like how these are looking. GJ, JPY pairs, we're probably going to let them marinate still. Just like the New Zealand pairs, we're just going to leave those alone. Looks like we're about to hit TP2 on GA, though, which is about to be nice. I'm not even going to switch it because we're about to hit it. We're 1 pip away. Literally was 1 pip away. Let's see if we can hit it. So at this wall here where all these wicks are at. So that's why it's struggling to hit it. But we're right there. Let's see if we can hit it. All right, we're going to click back because the thing's struggling. I was trying to catch it on there. All right, so I do like how this is looking, though. Do like how that is looking. All right, so let's go over gold real quick. So gold and the indices. We're going to go over gold and the indices. I'm not entering anything right now because I looked at the stuff before I started the stream. Nothing's really at a good entry position. Could have caught a nice sell on gold, but again, everything was bullish, so I was still looking primarily for buy setups. But I did see some sell setups. I went over them with the members and the streams, of course, but I personally didn't enter them. But now looking at it, we could see a potential trend reversal, especially for gold. It was bullish. It just broke the previous high to the left and it's pushing down. So we could look for some potential sells. So I would like to see it retest around 1778 to like 1776 for a potential sell setup. And then for US30, very similar. Looking at the daily time frame, was an uptrend, broke past here, hit a couple of new highs, but after it hit this huge wall and the level of traffic and this 4-hour level, it did start dropping down for the past few days, and it did just break underneath the daily level again. So it could potentially continue to drop and try to fill up this candlestick right here, or at least hit the 4-hour level here around 33,220, 33,200-ish. So personally, I would like to see it if it can retest and come up a little bit. for a better entry. Now, will it do that? Who knows? But that's what I like to see it do. It is underneath a nice strong wall, so it could potentially continue to drop because we do have a nice wall right here on the 4 hour that it is underneath, so it could potentially still drop. But I would like to see a retracement before I enter though. But I can't see it heading towards there. Now, same thing. I had this written up and written off. I think on Monday I had this marked off. Finished the move yesterday, hit the daily zone, retraced back up. So same thing, just gonna be chilling right now. Not gonna really enter anything until it comes back to this daily zone, which I have around 11,000, like 480-ish, 11,000, for 11,480-ish, 11,490-ish. So I'm just gonna wait for price to come down to there. Same thing with SPX. Either going to wait for a retracement back up to the daily zone around 39.50, or I did mark this wall off, so we could potentially look for a sell if it retraces off this wall. But as you can see, things are starting to drop. They all have been doing nice drops after the struggle to make a new high, and after it made a new high, then it did start to drop down. Now, of course, like I say all the time, I like to go into trades based off the overall direction price is going on the bigger time frames. And like I told the members yesterday, I told them that it was in a tight spot, so I was waiting for the day to see where price was going to go and how price was going to close. And now that I see what price did yesterday, and of course, Monday and Tuesday. Well, yesterday was Tuesday, so Monday as well. Now I can see potentially that we could be seeing either the beginning of the downtrend or at least this week looking for sells. Now, news-wise, there isn't really a lot of news going down today. There's some red folder for Canada today. Rate statements, overnight rate. Then Thursday, there's some orange folders, unemployment claims, Italian bake holiday for the euro. That's literally it. Then Friday, got PPI, prelim, consumer sentiment, then core PPI for USD at 8:30. That's literally it. So everything else is just going to strictly just waiting for the setups and executing. So it's going to be a pretty clean week compared to all the hectic chaos we had, especially last month. And things are starting to move a little bit more smoother because last month was very choppy. And just did a nice rejection again. So yeah, based off that, yeah, we might be entering that too. G8 touched it. I don't think we hit it though. I think we probably missed it by a pip. Let's see. Yeah, we missed by a couple pips. But like I said in the disclaimer, the reason why I was rejecting is because, well, this isn't in the disclaimer, but TPs are based off certain wall and key levels of price that I identified that I know price will potentially hit if it's going our direction. Now, will it, like I said in the disclaimer, it's either going to reject or break through those levels. So that's why I did my best to try to notify y'all when those TPs got hit, which is why I struggled to hit the first TP, then retraced a little bit before it continued to push up. And that's also why when it came closer to hitting TP2, it rejected a little bit. Doesn't mean that it won't come back up, but that's why I mean that not every TP is guaranteed to get hit, because some days we'll hit a few TPs and then retrace back, or a couple of TPs then it'll retrace and then later on it'll dump back down. We saw that. A good example of that is, before I go over that, let me just pay attention to these. Yeah, I like how that's looking, so we might enter this as well. Give me 1 second. So I'm gonna get this ready. I'm still gonna wait for this candlestick to close. I can wait. I can wait 4 minutes. You know what I mean? I can wait 4 minutes, no issue. All right, but I am going to get it ready though. Yeah, so if it stays underneath here looking like it is, we're going to enter this as well. Let me see what, I think Euro New Zealand was too far to enter. Yeah, that one was too far to enter. Let me see what GJ's up to. GJ's rejecting, GN's dropping, GA's looking like it's trying to reattempt. Let's go back to Euro CHF. Your CHF still like at the same price point. I've been looking at the price, and it's literally been flickering at 98.55, 98.57. Hasn't really broken past that. So, but this is a good sign. So we might enter this the next candlestick. But again, the reason why I'm struggling and stuck at this price is because there's a huge wall here. Now, if we can break this wall, we can catch some pips. So that's what we're just patiently waiting to see if price can do. USD CHF did just break this level though. which is a good sign. So if we can close above that level, we might enter this as well. So we might be entering a couple trades in the next candlestick. Now back to what I was saying, which was a good example of how price will reject after hitting a TP, but potentially coming back. I'm gonna go over that in a second. Obviously, we just saw that with GA, it rejected, and now look, it just hit that shit, right? What is this one? Yeah, it just hit it. I just saw it say 65. So TP2 did just get hit. So give me 1 second. So TP2 did just get hit, which is good. It got hit before the next 15. So let's see if we can hit the next TP. 175. Yeah, we'll see if we can hit the next TP. All right, so we got a couple minutes until the next 15. Yeah, I like how these are looking right here. Yeah, so we might be entering Euro CHF. They finally just broke that level. Yeah, so we're gonna be entering Euro CHF and USD CHF most likely this next 15 because they finally just broke that wall. Yeah, so I'm about to enter this right here. All right, so not all these are going to be in the free Telegram. Some of these are going to be members only. But I do like how these are looking right here. Would be lying if I said I didn't. Give me 1 second. All right, bet. So, yeah, we're going to wait for the next candlestick, but we probably will be entering GN and the CHF pairs. Yeah, because I like how these are looking right here. So we got 20 seconds. But anyway, so a good example of price hitting TP, then rejecting and then pushing back down. Of course, we just saw that happen live with GA, but another good example is US oil. Now, this is a members trade that me and the members caught yesterday. Over 200 pips within a few hours. Now, when it hit the first TP, as you can see, that thing literally rejected and shot all the way back up to the daily zone and broke above it. But after it hit this wall, what happened? Retraced and then dumped. Okay, so that's why it's important to look at a chart. All right, don't just look at your phone screen and look at the number on your screen, the red or blue number. You should only be looking at the blue number. And the reason why I say blue number is because you should only be looking at that when a TP gets hit. If a TP didn't get hit, you shouldn't be just staring at the number on your screen because it's just going to mess with you mentally. It's not going to help you at all. It's just literally just going to mess with you mentally. That's literally all it's going to do. So give me 1 second. Yeah, so it's trying. So yeah, we're about to enter this as well. I think we can hit a few TPs. So this one's in the free Telegram. So again, make sure to join that. Let's see what GJ just did drop back down, which is interesting. So we might pay attention to that. But not right now. There's other stuff going down. So this just that's retracing. It did do a nice explosion up though. So we're going to be entering this stuff. All right, so I did hit that wall and stacking on top of it. So I did enter USCHF, but this is just a members only trade. The other two are in the free Telegram. So I'm about to type the TPs up for the members right now. We're going to see what they can do. We'll see what they can do. So, okay, cool. So far, not a bad start to the stream. TPs have been hit. And again, like if at least TP 2 or 3 is gotten hit, do not let your screen turn red, because if it retraces, there is a chance it could push back up. But if you are just assuming or gambling or hoping that it will continue to pump after the retracement, just close the trade, because unless you are looking and feel confident it can continue, don't just keep holding because you want to see all the TPs get hit. Definitely don't do that. Again, you should be looking at a chart. Looking at a chart. You shouldn't just be hoping or crossing your fingers. You need to look at a chart so you can see what's going on, understand what's going on. That way you can make a good decision. Yeah. So it's retracing some, but the fact that it dumped, it's got a strong wall here, so can't see potentially continuing to dump down. So we're just gonna let that do its thing, just like I'm gonna let GPAUD do its thing for now. We're only in 3 trades currently. That's all we're in for right now. It's just 3 trades. Yeah, that's retracing. That's retracing too. All right, so this is pushing up still. About to hit TP1 for this. Now, granted, we could have entered on other candlestick because, like I said before, I did like that rejection wick. But again, there was a strong wall. And just from experience and trading, I've seen a lot of different scenarios. And there have been scenarios where it has seen rejection wick and it pushing up, but that wall was still too strong at the time for it to break. So that's why I just want to wait for some extra confirmations. Because again, if we're putting our money in the markets, we need to be, of course, not everything's 100%, but we need to be extra confident, extra sure that price is most likely going to go our way. There's going to be a high chance and high likelihood of price going our way. And we barely are missing that TP. We're like a couple pips off from hitting that TP. Let's see. Yes, I think it's attempting to push it. Yeah, so we're just going to leave that alone for now. The indices, we're just going to leave those alone for now, but we might look at the USD and Canadian pairs and mess around with those. But I'm probably going to leave those alone for now. I'll probably take a deeper look at them going closer into New York. GJ hit this level here and it's pushing back up. So we're just going to let that decide what it's trying to do for now. This is retracing as well. But like always, we're just going to hold to SL or TP gets hit. But yeah, we're just gonna be chilling for right now. We're just gonna let these trades run. 92.40. Did I put the stop loss in the right place? No, I didn't. 92.40. There we go. Yeah, so we're just gonna let these trades do their thing. So you saw it pushed up. It is rejecting that level. So we're going to see if we can hit some TPs. Well, we just hit a TP actually. So we're 2 for 2 so far. Make sure to hit that like button. Somebody put TP2, mark it off right here. And again, I went over why we enter these trades, showed y'all what we're looking at, what I look for. And after that, you just got to patiently wait for the confirmations and then calculate your lot size and then just let the charts do what they do. Don't want to overthink things too much. Want all that thinking and analyzing you want to do before you enter the trade. You want to do all that before you enter the trade. All right, so this is trying to pump up. So they're doing opposite things. I'm not surprised this is doing that because, again, we were mainly catching sells the past couple weeks. And looking at the bigger picture is kind of bearish, but it did do nice rejection back on this level. And there are some strong levels of traffic that is just struggling to figure out what it's trying to do. But that is completely fine because, again, we just want to watch a lot. Most of the trading is watching the charts. Like, you'll see a clip, results, things like that. Even scalping, people aren't just immediately jumping into trades, even for scalps. You know what I'm saying? Like You have to patiently watch the charts and patiently wait for your setups and for price to do what it does. If you're impatient, it's going to mess you up mentally, and you're going to just start making mistakes or jumping into trades too early. Or if you would have waited 5 minutes, 15 minutes, or for that candles to close, you would have been like, dang, I wouldn't even enter that trade if I would have knew it was going to close like that. Which is why you always see me wait for, the 15 and the next 5 minute, things like that. So I don't know if any of the members are still holding oil, but if so, I'm gonna tell y'all what the daily zone is for that. I'll type that in the channel, because it looks like it is about to try to potentially head down there. Out of curiosity, let's see what the gold is up to. So gold is pushing back up, which is good for us. We want to see a retrace so we can get a entry on this. So we're just gonna let it do its thing for now, but I would like to see it hit there. We do have a nice imbalance here. Could try to come up higher, but I personally don't want to see it do that yet. I want to just see it boom and catch some quick pips. But we're gonna see if that's what price decides to do. That's what I like to see it do though. GN is still attempting to try to push down. We did hit TP1 though. And again, as you saw, TP1 got hit. What happened? Price rejected that level, but now it's attempting to try to break that level. And that's all price does. That's all price does. A bigger time frame, smaller time frames, there's just levels on every time frame. Just trading off the bigger time frames, you will catch more pips. This is actually at a good entry. So yeah, we might be entering some buys on GJ if it continues to try to pump up. We'll see though. And did we hit TP1? We're like 0.03 pips off of it. Let me see if we hit it on a broker. Let me see something. No, we missed it by like 1 pip. Okay, we're about to hit it. There we go. All right, so we're 3 for 3 now. All trades have at least hit 1 TP. All right, good start to the morning so far. All right, Banger, that thing's just shooting up now. It's about to hit TP2 actually. Thing exploded. Bam. See what GJ's up to. GJ pushing back up as well. GN still attempting to drop down. Let's see what GA's up to. GA's on top of this level. Looks like it's trying to push up. So we're going to see new 5-minute did just start. Out of curiosity, look at these other JPY pairs. Yes, we might be jumping into some things soon. That's dropping down. It's interesting. That's still respecting the daily level. But we chose the right CHF pair to jump into. Gold. The gold's still pushing up. Whoops, I did not mean to hit 15 seconds. I meant to hit 15 minutes. I don't know why someone would want to be on the 15-second chart anyways, but hey, they got options for everybody. All right, so I'm going to be keeping on the New Zealand pairs, but most likely I'm not going to be entering the next candlestick. Maybe around 4:30, 5 o'clock, maybe. If it continues to cooperate and not struggle, you know what I'm saying? But as of now on stream, we're not going to enter these. So make sure to click that first link to be notified if I do enter any more trades before New York. Now, like I mentioned in the group chat, not the group chat, but the channel members, we're going to be having a New York session live stream as well today, later on. I'll drop the time, but it's probably going to be around like 7:30, probably something like that. But be on the lookout for that link. I'm also going to drop the price watch list and all that. I'll probably drop the price watch list before we start the Zoom. That way, if people can't make the Zoom call, they can still know what I'm looking at and potential setups to look for. But Yeah, I think that's the only things we're gonna be jumping into right now. Euro AUD looks like it's following GA's lead. So let's get rid of that. Looks like this is following GA's lead. Did do a nice push up. It is on top of this wall, exactly on top of this wall. So we're gonna see how that candlestick closes. Yeah, so I'm gonna wait to see how this candlestick closes. Then I'm gonna get my last thoughts for what I see, at least going into at least London session, and at least as of right now. And then we're going to go from there. Got about 2 minutes till the next 15. Looks like we just hit TP2. We're like, yeah, we're about to hit TP2. Well, I always want to get camera shy. There we go. All right, TP2 just got hit. So we're up 10 pips on EC currently. So we caught 10 pips on EC, and we didn't enter any trades. The first trade we entered was a 916. So about 40, let's just say 45 minutes just to keep it fair. So GA, TP2 got hit, so we got 10 pips on GA. And then GN, we got 5 pips on that. We'll hit TP1, so that's 5 pips. And we got 10 pips on Euro CHF. So 10, 10, 5. So in about 45 minutes, we caught about 25 pips if we combine all the pairs, which isn't bad. We've definitely done better, but obviously, you know, if we could every day, we'd catch 50 plus pips on stream. But we are just opportunists. It's still not bad for less than an hour. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. And yeah, Euro CHF is continuing to pump. USD CHF is not doing that. So we're just going to leave that alone for now. Because again, New Zealand CHF is doing that, but it's not a good entry win for LC. We're up a huge amount of pips. So this, not doing anything with this until it hits one of these daily zones. So that's cool. We're going to acknowledge that, but we're not going to do anything about that. But let's see what GC's up to out of curiosity. Because we caught a buy on, we were catching buys on this all last week. But this is still not a good entry. Still has hit the daily zone, still floating around in the middle of the zone. So we're just going to leave that alone for now. New 15-digit start. Looks like price is going to continue to try to pump. Let's see what GJ is up to. Yes, we'll wait and let GJ do his thing for now. Yeah, GN is just very choppy right now, but that's fine. I'm not going to trip about that. Looks like GA might try to reattempt to push up. So again, like I said, not every TP is going to get hit, especially if TP3 or 2 gets hit. Don't let your screen turn red, especially if you're not even sure if it can hit other TPs. Because again, we don't gamble here, okay? We don't gamble. There's a lot of trades that gamble, but we don't gamble here. We take high probability trades with calculated risk. Every trade, at least me and the members, because I teach y'all in the group chat a pinned video explaining in like less than 4 minutes how to calculate lot size, all that. So literally any trade you enter, you should be risking the same percentage every trade. That way you won't be getting your wins taken out by one loss, right? Because that used to happen to me all the time. So I know that's happening to someone watching where you'll win a couple trades, you'll win like 3-4 trades, and that one loss will take out all your wins. That's not how it should be. If you just do some simple math and calculate your lot size, even if you lose one trade or lose 2 trades, you get one good trade that can cancel out both those losses, make you break even, or depending on the risk to reward of that one trade that you did win, you can still even make money or profit for the day. Now, of course, that's a little extreme, but again, it is still very much possible. So we are about to hit TP3 in a second. We barely missed it. I'm gonna see if we're gonna hit it before I end the stream. Barely missed it, but while that's doing this thing, GJ looks like it is attempting to push back up. Let me see what the other JPY pairs are up to. So they are looking kind of similar. And it makes sense why they're moving the way they're moving, because a lot of these JPY pairs are at the top of the zone. GJ's no different. So yeah, it makes sense why they're all moving the way they're moving. And again, it's not a coincidence they're all at the top of the zone. That's usually how it is. They're either always going to be on the daily zone, or one might be on the 4-hour zone, vice versa, things like that. But I do like how this is looking. But I still want to see price close and show that it is trying to push up, because it already did a nice little push here. So it could very much so, tracing all that. So they're just going to be patiently waiting for confirmations, so we're not chasing any trades. GA is attempting to push back up. Yeah, so it missed about like a pip. But we want to see if it can break it. But for now, I don't think I'm going to enter anything else. I'm going to be watching JPY pairs. As of now, not entering anything else. Just going to let these do their thing. We're nice and blue, deep in profit on Euro CHF. GPAUD, we're blue as well. And it looks like it is trying to attempt to break this level again. But we are blue on currently both those trades. GN, we did hit a TP, but it rejected right after that. So we are slightly red on that. USD CHF rejected, and it's currently trying to push up. So we might enter this too. So I do like possibly USD CHF as a buy setup as well. But that's the only things for now. Everything else, we're just going to be waiting, going closer into New York to see how they're moving, how they're reacting. Might want to try to enter some USD or Canadian pairs as well. Let me see what US30 is pushing up. Yeah, so we're going to let these push up, because this is going to be good for us, them pushing up. So we're going to let that do its thing. Let me see what this is up to. Okay. This is a nice retest. Yeah, so I'm going to chill out on those. Just want to see what they're looking like. All right, bet. All right, y'all. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Got a video dropping later today. It's going to be the breakdown of this gold buy me and the members took on, I don't even know what day. What day was this? Last Thursday. We called this trade an hour before the news even came on. We hit a couple TPs, and as soon as the news started, that's when this huge spike happened, and I think just shot an extra 1,000 pips. Nice 1 to 2 risk to reward. Very smooth setup, as you can see. Literally just green candle after green candle. Of course, there was some wicks, some retests on smaller time frames, but on the 15, which is the main time frame I use, where did that trade go? There we go. You can see some red on the 5-minute, but on the 15, all green. And of course, we go in the 4-hour, whatever. Why is price doing that? Whoops. And of course, you go in the 4-hour with Lily caught the move for the day. But that breakdown's coming. It's dropping later today. Be on the lookout for that. Now, if you want to contact me directly, you can hit me up on Instagram at playmaker_way. Same spelling as the YouTube channel. Make sure to follow me on TikTok as well. I post tips daily, trade highlights, trading strategies, trading psychology videos, all that good stuff on there. So make sure to follow. And once I hit 1,000 followers, I will be going live on there as well. I don't know about live trading, but we will definitely be doing a lot of good stuff on there. I do got a lot of stuff planned for that. So make sure to follow there as well. And let me see. Yeah, I'm just looking at the pairs real quick. Sorry, y'all. Just want to see what's going on. Okay, so GJ is trying to push back up, which is a good sign for us. Let's see what the other JPY pairs are up to. But I do have a huge sale going on on the advanced play signal room and the one-on-one sessions. So if you're interested in getting notified when we enter every trade, and also Zoom calls and price watch list for the New York session, all that good stuff, make sure to hit that link in the description. Take advantage of the sale. Monthly is 50% off. It's a huge discount on the yearly and the lifetime. Definitely click those links and check it out. Don't miss out on that. I also do one-on-one mentorships if you're interested in learning what these lines are, what I trade based off of, and how to identify these levels yourself. Of course, I do have some videos on YouTube, but if those are a little too confusing or you just want further assistance, definitely do contact me on Instagram, or you can contact me on Telegram as well. Now, to contact me on Telegram is quite simple. All I gotta do is click that first link, then click here, hit me up right here, and I respond once I get a chance, okay? Be patient. I usually respond pretty quick, but sometimes I don't be on there. I just be on the charts, or I be, editing stuff, or be, doing one-on-one sessions, or be in calls. So do bear with me, but I do definitely respond within like the couple hours, definitely within the day. So just be patient with that. Yeah, so GN, we're just gonna let that do his thing. Always hope the SRTP gets hit. G8 is reattempting. Euro CHF. We missed TP3 by like a pip. Yeah, but I like how the JPY pairs are looking. So don't be surprised if we enter some JPY pairs the next 15-minute candlestick. But I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow in London session stream tomorrow.